truck drivers sleep in a box smaller than your bathroom closet. That standard 72 inches of sleeping space means you can barely stretch your arms out. But somewhere out there, right now, a driver is lying flat in a California king bed watching a 65-inch television while their motorcycle sits parked 3 feet behind them. Their shower runs continuous hot water. Real hardwood lines the floor. Custom sleeper cabs completely change the standard of commercial road living, and examining what these modified vehicles can do makes a typical apartment feel rather basic by comparison. 268 inches of living space. The sheer physical size of these vehicles requires a complete recalibration of what mobile living looks like. Factory-issue commercial cabs stretch about 6 feet. That provides enough room for a single bunk and a small shelf, which is the restrictive environment most drivers deal with day after day. A manufacturing company called ARI Legacy Sleepers out of Indiana decided that tiny, restrictive box was unacceptable. Starting in 2001, they invented an entirely new category of heavy truck living. Their custom-built sleepers stretch up to 268 inches long. That provides 22 feet of fully equipped living space attached directly to the back of a conventional semi-truck. Since average American bedrooms run around 11 feet, these drivers have twice the bedroom space of a normal permanent house, rolling down the interstate at highway speeds. Engineering a space like this involves highly specialized structural modifications. Inside an ARI build, owners walk on premium luxury vinyl floors. Instead of cheap carpet glued over basic plywood, builders install durable, commercial-grade vinyl or heavy-duty linoleum. Full-size residential refrigerators stand next to convection ovens large enough to cook a complete dinner. The specialized bathrooms feature actual flush toilets and fully enclosed showers with strong water pressure and hot water available on demand. While many of these features come standard on larger models, high-end finishing touches like real hardwood floors function as custom upgrades. The baseline features depend entirely on the specific size of the sleeper ordered, creating an interior environment that contrasts heavily with the industrial exterior vehicle. The exterior styling directly mimics every other working semi on the road today. The interior execution looks exactly like a fully renovated studio apartment strapped firmly to a heavy diesel engine. The pricing for these custom modifications climbs very fast. Regular commercial semi-trucks cost between $150,000 and $200,000. That base price already represents a serious capital investment for any operator. A fully loaded ARI sleeper build can push the total costs past $300,000, past $400,000, and sometimes reach $500,000 for a single customized truck. Some of these drivers have more actual money locked into their commercial cab than a standard residential mortgage requires. They deliberately choose to put their capital investment on wheels. Motorcycle garage cabs introduce another highly specific structural modification. These particular models prioritize active recreation alongside standard commercial hauling duties. Drivers can pull into a typical truck stop, walk around to the back of the sleeper unit, open a rear door, and roll out a full-sized motorcycle. Specialist vehicle builders engineer sleeper extensions with hidden rear bays that function as secure mobile garages. The motorcycle sits safely inside the truck during highway transport. When the driver parks for the night, they open the rear hatch, roll the bike out, and ride around the local area. The specific origin of this engineering concept remains unclear, but it successfully solved a clear problem for long-haul operators wanting mobility during their required rest periods. Toy hauler concepts spread rapidly among owner-operators who wanted recreational options while driving long cross-country routes. Some garage bays carry off-road dirt bikes. Other configurations hold full-sized all-terrain vehicles. Several drivers convert their rear bays into fully functioning mobile workshops to handle independent mechanical maintenance while out on the road. The space directly behind the cab became whatever the specific driver needed it to be, turning the commercial vehicle into a highly personalized living arrangement. Younger drivers and tech-forward truck owners also started modifying their custom sleepers into high-end gaming rooms. These particular setups include multiple large display monitors. Owners install high-speed mobile internet routers. Heavy LED lighting strips run across various internal surfaces. Heavy steel desks bolted directly into the reinforced wall ensure nothing shifts during a sudden hard brake on the highway. These interiors closely mirror the exact technical setups professional video streamers build inside permanent residential homes, except these computer stations travel constantly at highway speeds. Visualizing a multi-monitor gaming rig inside a working commercial semi-truck highlights just how specialized these custom interiors have currently become. The sensitive electronics inside these gaming builds add considerable expense to the final vehicle purchase cost. Drivers install dedicated streaming hardware, satellite internet receiving gear, purpose-built computer furniture, and heavy monitor mounts specifically rated to handle the constant vibration of a running diesel engine. Some specialized drivers drop tens of thousands of additional dollars into the computer hardware alone, stacked on top of the initial truck purchase price. These customized mobile spaces allow drivers to maintain their preferred personal lifestyles while actively working long required hours on the interstate system. Beyond standard luxury haulers, European custom builders like Action Mobile produce highly specialized off-grid expedition vehicles. The Action Mobile Global X RS series utilizes heavy off-road truck platforms that visually resemble heavy military transport hardware from the outside. Built to handle severe off-road disaster terrain, the exterior features thick armor-like paneling and oversized specialized tires designed to maintain firm traction in remote, isolated environments. The vehicle drives smoothly through physical conditions that would permanently destroy normal highway vehicles. The heavily industrial exterior draws immediate visual attention in any standard parking lot. Opening the heavy side door reveals a completely different internal environment, powered constantly by a full electrical management system, drawing energy from large, roof-mounted solar panels. Large internal water tanks hold hundreds of liters for extended off-grid remote travel. Full sleeping beds drop down directly from the ceiling, automatically. Drivers utilize integrated satellite communications, while complete climate control systems regulate the internal environment in every corner. The sharp visual contrast between the rugged exterior steel and the quiet, highly refined interior space remains extremely pronounced. Owners actually live full-time in these large expedition trucks, safely driving them across open remote deserts and steep elevated mountain passes. Operating custom vehicles of this specific scale involves major daily logistical constraints. Federal highway law strictly limits commercial semi-trucks to a maximum loaded weight of exactly 80,000 pounds on public roads. Every single pound of added luxury styling directly steals an available pound of paying commercial cargo. Installing real hardwood floors, full heavy tile bathrooms, standard household appliances, solid wood furniture, and heavy steel wall framing consumes a large portion of that strict federal weight allowance. Standard factory-issue commercial cabs leave plenty of available weight room under the federal cap. A heavily modified luxury build reduces overall cargo capacity so much that hauling standard conventional freight becomes mathematically unviable for the owner. As a direct result, only highly specific types of specialized drivers can actually operate these custom heavy rigs profitably. The active owners typically haul lightweight, specialized loads. These independent drivers control their own daily routes and choose precisely what specific items they carry in their trailers. Their specialized per-load shipping rate remains high enough that the heavily reduced cargo weight allowance still generates a steady profit. That strict federal weight limit forms the primary business trade-off behind every highly customized luxury sleeper build. The rolling customized luxury space directly reduces the maximum revenue potential for hauling standard, heavy freight. The independent drivers purchasing these specific units willingly accept that defined financial compromise. Rather than occupying a highly restrictive standard cab to maximize corporate shipping profit margins, these specific owner-operators heavily prioritize their daily physical living conditions. They invest heavily to establish a highly comfortable daily life on their own terms while remaining constantly on the road. From rolling customized kitchens with heavy hardwood floors to hidden mobile motorcycle bays and high-end computer gaming setups, these custom commercial cabs challenge standard public assumptions about heavy commercial trucking. The traditional mental image of a highly cramped sleeping bunk positioned directly behind a large steering wheel does not apply to this specific, expensive sector of the commercial transportation industry. Many of these specialized independent operators enjoy higher quality interior amenities on the open road than standard stationary residential housing usually provides. Whether choosing a rear motorcycle garage, a fully dedicated computer gaming room, or a heavy-duty steel expedition truck built for remote terrain, the specific options for mobile working living have expanded rapidly across the industry. The structural engineering behind these specific heavy vehicles sets a high standard for the other heavy mechanical machines operating around the world today.